How we doing, people? Hope you are well. Oh, wow. I am absolutely buzzing. What a performance. Just got back in from the Emirates Stadium. It has been a busy, busy day and one that kind of started early, earlier than I like. I can't lie. I like Arsenal Spurs games, but I'm not really a fan of the 12:30 kickoff. But I am when we play like that. I am when we get the result like that. There is a lot to talk about, excuse me, today, guys. And it's all good. It is all good. I am feeling so happy. I really am. And I don't know there's gonna be many Tottenham fans that can leave today feeling like they were hard done by, feeling like they got screwed over, feeling like they were got robbed. Nothing, nothing at all, other than pure class from the Arsenal. And when you look at the performance and some of the individual quality and some of the team performance, all you can say is that you're proud. We showed the passion, the desire, the want. And in today's performance, it had a team that I believe is good enough now, 11 wise, to go on and do something special this season. There's something different about this side. And Kenny Ken summed it up to me today. He said, there's no point of us playing like this and not winning something. This deserves a trophy at the end of it, the way that we're playing at the moment. Now, long may it continue. Can it be sustainable? Have we got the strength in depth? I don't care about any of that right now. I'm here to talk about what we saw today. There is so much that I really enjoyed about today's performance. Big up the chat. Big up everybody that's here. Big up everyone that's watching live. And of course, big up everyone that's going to be watching this on catch up. NS Sports TV has said, would you ever consider doing a fan call-in show? Watch this space, because that is something I'm going to be bringing in to Football's 12th Man podcast. Moving forward, I think it'd be a great suggestion. Let's look right the way back, shall we, to previews, to how everyone was feeling. Quietly confident, I would suggest, with Arsenal. Quietly confident. Spurs, they would never admit it, but the Spurs fans I spoke to were just hoping that something would go well. There was no belief. I honestly, right, don't know any Spurs fan that weren't a little bit scared of how we're playing at the moment. They didn't want to admit it. They didn't want to accept it. And they knew that no matter what happens, it's the North London derby and form goes out the window. But for me, it was pretty black and white. They felt scared. They were worried. 100% they were. And the way we're playing at the moment, I can understand why. To be fair, I can. So impressed with what I saw from Arsenal. But how were Arsenal fans feeling? I said quietly confident. I think a lot of people I spoke to predicted either a draw or a win, which means that we did not expect to lose this game. Now, I never accept to lose a North London derby. Never, right? Never accept it. But I didn't go into this one today feeling like we were going to lose it. I said we would win 3-2. A lot of my friends and family said that they felt it would be either a 3-2 or a 3-1. And I don't always like it when Arsenal fans go into games that confident, particularly a North London derby, right? So I was thinking, let's just not go there. Let's not think about what could go wrong. Let's not think about what happens if this don't work. What I saw today was something which filled me with extreme confidence and encouragement for us to play out for the rest of this season. So the team lineup comes out. I went to the game and the pubs were actually queuing, right? Queuing one in, one out at around about 10:30 to 11:15. It was that mad, right? Over the last 2 seasons, that's never happened. That means Arsenal are back. That means Arsenal are playing well. That means people are coming to see us again. That means it's hard to get tickets to the Arsenal. That means everybody is queuing to get tickets, to get beers, to get merchandise. The whole place was rocking. Around about 11 to 11:30, people were going into the stadiums and utilizing their drinks and meal deals that have been put on for this game. That caused an amazing atmosphere. The atmosphere was buzzing, guys, right? Absolutely buzzing. So when I got there, I was meeting everybody, having a chat with everybody, and it just went off. Yeah, in the concourse. Absolutely off. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely fantastic to see that, right? And then the team news comes out. Tottenham's team news didn't surprise me. A lot of people were saying they would play Basuma in the middle and that they would go with Bentancur as well as Basuma and, of course, Højbjerg. They didn't do that. I knew Kulusevski was out. I knew Richarlison, Kane and Son would be the front three. Nothing else surprised me with that Tottenham side, if I'm honest with you. That is probably their best three, Lenglet, Dyer, and Romero. And I think with Kulusevski out, it probably is their best 11. Arsenal's team come out, and I was always a bit nervy about who was fit. Even if we play our players that we'd like to see, how fit are they? We don't know yet. And when the team news come out, the only disappointment or slight disappointment for me was that Tierney wasn't playing. Because one, I think he's been playing ridiculously well. Two, he's definitely better defensively than Zinchenko. And three, he's used to this fixture and I think has played very, very well in it. Now, I like everything about Zinchenko, but his positioning and his attacking play, I felt could have left us a little exposed. And I'll come on to that in a little while. But the rest of the team news was, fantastic. Jesus, Saka and Martinelli, great front three. Erdegaard, Partey and Xhaka, superb midfield. When that midfield three plays, we always do well. The back line, I was more than happy to see Ben White stay there because so far he's kept everybody quiet, including the likes of Zaha's and now, of course, the likes of Son. I would have played Tomiyasu. I said that in my preview, but do you know what? I'm more than happy with Ben White's performance yet again. Another player who, for me, has been on one of our most improved players this season. I think he's been outstanding at right back. And then, of course, Gabriel Saliba. We talked about Zinchenko and then Ramsdale in goal. Happy with the team news, right? I sat there. I thought, this is a good side. I'm more than happy with this. Then when the game kicks off, the first 15 minutes or so was electric. Absolutely electric. By far the best side, all the possession. I think Tottenham had probably one of the chances from Richarlison, which Ramsdale saves, which I still think is offside. I mean, 3 or 4 of them look offside to me. But obviously it didn't need to go back there because there was no need after them not scoring and Ramsdale collecting it. Other than that, we were pelting them. Absolutely pelting them in terms of possession. It looked like we were just running at their goal all the time. The only frustrating thing for me was that we hadn't scored. And then what I started to see was us get a little bit exposed down Zinchenko's side. A little bit exposed. Richarlison and Emerson Royale were finding a lot more space on the side of Zinchenko than Perisic and Son were on the side of Martinelli and on the side of Saka and Ben White. So I really was worried about that. I thought, where do we go here? Does Tierney have to come on? Emerson Royale and Richarlison don't really scare me, but at the moment, they're the ones that are finding the space. So Zinchenko needs to either sort himself out positionally and get himself disciplined, or if he can't do that, then Tierney does need to come on at some point. Then an unbelievable thing happened, people. I was looking up at the clock end, expecting the ball to hit the top of the clock, but Thomas Partey hits top bins. A brilliant bit of play between Saka and Ben White, who then decides, let's just go safe. And Thomas Partey, who I think made so much time and space for himself throughout the whole game, and for me, was definitely up there for a man of the match performance, finds himself in the space, hits it first time, and the curl on that shot is sensational. Top bins, 1-0 to the Arsenal, and then we just need to keep it calm. And to be fair, we do. We do, but not for long enough. For 10, 11 minutes, we have literally a brain fart at the back. And although I think the way Tottenham play is very effective in some games, it's not attractive to watch. We all know that. But this is Conte. He doesn't care. He wants to win. He doesn't care how he plays. They lump it forward. Son, Kane and Richarlison have a little bit of a kind of passing match at the back. And then Saliba clears it. Now, what Granit Xhaka needs to do is just clear his lines. But unfortunately, his first touch lets him down, and then it puts it into the path of Richarlison. And Gabriel, the defending was already poor, to be fair, by the team. I can't blame Gabriel solely, for that mistake. It's a blatant penalty. Absolute stonewall penalty. Knew it straight away, right in front of me. I sit at that end of the North Bank, and I thought, here we go. We've given it away. We've been the best side for the first half hour, and we've still gifted them a goal. Frustrating. More than anything, frustrating. Right? Then what happens is this. They get that penalty, and we do what Arsene Wenger, going back now, what Arteta sides do this season. We bounce back. And it was frustrating at half time because everyone was a bit let down by it. We thought, come on, we played the better side. We've definitely deserved this. It's deflating us because we have got ourselves into a situation. We've let them back into their game. But we bounced back. The second half, There was a few people still drinking out on the concourse, and I wanted to get back down there because I was really interested to see what response we would get from 1-1. And I thought we were brilliant. I thought we were absolutely superb. That second half performance, everybody played well. Everybody played well. Mikel Arteta said something at half time, which I think was along the lines of, you're the better side here, but you're not going to show it if you carry on with making silly mistakes like that. That, for me, needs to be a team talk at half time, which allows them to believe they're the better side and that they can go on and to do it, to win it. And this is how they're going to do it. And I thought the intensity and the belief and the passion and desire shown by the second half of that side was sensational. Absolutely superb. Then what I saw was Hugo Lloris making a mistake. Now, we see that. I actually think he's a good goalkeeper. A lot of Arsenal fans give him stick. I think he's been brilliant for Tottenham for the last couple of years. And to be fair, probably he will go down as one of the best goalkeepers that Tottenham have ever had. World Cup winner, done really good things at Tottenham, but he has got a clanger in him. And yet again, he proved that. Saka, wonderful bit of work on the right-hand side. A player that deserves a lot of credit today. Didn't do anything spectacular, but worked tirelessly and was definitely a danger cutting in on his left foot. And that caused a massive, massive amount of pressure for Tottenham for our second goal. A really good shot. Lloris then spills it. Between him and Romero, they muck it up. And Gabriel Jesus, a player who's an absolute menace. A player who will not let anything go. A player that will work tirelessly. A player that has the most tenacious parts of his game, which I absolutely love about him. He taps it in and it's 2-1. And all of a sudden, the momentum is back. The crowd is back. We are a 12th man. And when I look at us moving forward, there was only one team winning that. Then what happens? Then what happens? Chicken Royale happens, as Darren in the chat says. Right? Chicken Royale happens. I don't know what he's doing, but all I can say is this. Gabriel Martinelli, I love you. Your second half performance got close to man of the match for me. Everything he did was special. I absolutely love this player when he's on fire. When he is on fire, it is amazing to watch. We are so entertaining. And Emerson Royale, Eric Dyer, Romero, all over the place. All over the place because of our front three. They didn't know where to go with Saka. They didn't know how to mark or who to mark. They didn't know how to mark Gabriel Jesus. They didn't know what to do with Martinelli. And then the incident happens. And when I saw it first time, I thought it was a yellow card because it was so far away from me. When you see it again, it is a red card. It goes in on the ankle. And for me, yeah, it's a red card. And for me, there's only one winner. A little bit like last season, similarly towards the end of the season where we got battered at Spurs. When you go down to 10 men, like we did with Rob Holding, there's only one winner. But for me, it really did kill the game off with that Granit Xhaka goal. And that was where I thought we could, in the first time of that 90 minutes, start to relax a little bit. Now, I didn't want to relax too much because sometimes you can, with 10 men, it become hard. But I think that goal really did kill it off. Another great performance from Granit Xhaka today, made up for his mistake, which cost us the penalty with his bad touch. Brilliant goal, great left foot, really good up and down the field again. But for me, when Antonio Conte saw 3-1, I think in his head, he thought, is this going to be 4, 5, 6 or 7? I'm going to have to take everybody off for Tuesday night and I'm going to have to bring on Mac Doherty. I'm going to have to bring on Davinson Sanchez. I'm going to have to bring on Oliver Skip. And I'm just going to have to take everybody back because apart from Kane, we have just got to be as solid as possible and hoof the ball up to him and hope for the best. Son came off, poor game. Richarlison came off, couldn't do anything. I don't think we saw any danger from either of those front three because we were that good. Now let's talk about some of our individual quality, shall we? Because I can't pick a man of the match today. I'm going to give it to Thomas Partey for one, his wonder goal, and two, how good he was. But it could have been Erdegaard. It could have been Martinelli. Saliba was fantastic. Jesus was tenacious. Saka had a good game. There was nobody. Ben White had a good game. Nobody had a poor game. It was fantastic. But I'm going to talk about a few individuals in particular. Let's start at the back. Ben White. Ben White has now kept Zaha quiet, Son quiet. Um, the Man United guy who's gone out on my head now, quiet. Can't remember, that will come back to me. And players at Leicester, Bournemouth, who else have we played? And Fulham, all quiet, right? We need to start putting respect on his name now. I'm sorry, we do. Ben White, absolutely superb. And I've had jury out with Ben White. Yeah, hold my hands up. I don't think the 50 million signing was that exciting. I don't think last season he was outstanding. I think he was in certain games. But this season, he's been good. I mean, he's been really good. Yeah. And yeah, he might not be splitting up that partnership, and I don't think he should, Gabriel and Saliba, I'm talking about. But he's been fantastic. To keep Tomiyasu out this side, you have to be a good player. And my God, he's been fantastic. He was superb today. Absolutely brilliant for me. Really, really good. Ramsdale had a quiet morning, but if I'm honest, Ben White, absolutely superb. Now let me talk about this kid. I'm running out of superlatives for William Saliba. I am running out of superlatives for this guy. At 21 years old, name me a defender better than him in world football right now. Name me a better centre half in the Premier League right now than William Saliba. There's no point me waiting because there ain't one. There is not one. He is superb. I like Christian Romero for Tottenham. I think he's a very good centre half, and I think he will go on to be a very good footballer, whether it stay at Tottenham or leave somewhere else. But Saliba, I'd take him all day. I cannot believe how good this guy is at 21 years old. And he reminds me of Rio Ferdinand when he was younger and he came on the scene at West Ham, then went to Leeds and then, of course, to Manchester United. The style of play of Rio Ferdinand, the ball playing defender, is just what Saliba is. So cool, calm, and collected on the ball. The composure, the positioning, the stature, the way that he's a threat from corners, the way that he's great defending from corners, the way that he has, for me, some form of aura about him that whenever the ball goes near him, I have the confidence that he's going to win it. Whether he's sliding, tackling, whether he's got the pace to get back and beat the man, or whether he's distributing the ball out wide, right or left. This player, for me, is going to be world class. I'm sorry. He is 21 years old, and there's no pressure on a defender's in the defender's mentality at 21 years old. He is going to be a beast. I absolutely love everything about this player. And for me, he's probably one of my favorite players at the moment. Yeah. If somebody said to me, who's your favorite player this season, it would be Saliba. I think Jesus or Saliba. And I'm going to give it to Saliba because I think he's probably impressed me and shocked me the most. Gabriel Jesus is always going to be a good player. But Saliba, I love you, mate. I absolutely love everything about you at the moment. Gabriel alongside him deserves a lot of credit because I know he gave away the penalty and he can have the bozo gene, so to speak, but I thought he was great. I thought him and Saliba kept Harry Kane's son and Richarlison pretty quiet. And for me, I'm a big fan of this partnership and I hope it continues because for me, what I'm seeing at the moment is really, really special between the pair of them. They have something that is just so telepathic. They have an understanding of each other's game. I think they have the right stature and positioning and understanding and physical attributes to be centre backs that I think we've lacked for a long time. And I really like what I'm seeing from them. I've got to big up Kieran Tierney when he came on. I thought defensively he was great. Zinchenko going forward and on the ball, I love him. Absolutely love what I see from Zinchenko. Sometimes off the ball, his positioning can be a little off. And like I said to you earlier, I think he was leaving us a little bit exposed in the first half, particularly. But second half picked it up and Tierney come on and it was fantastic because it was pretty much game over at that point. Now let me come to my man of the match, Thomas Partey. Every time this guy gets the ball, there's space. There's space. He has an acre of space. So how does he do that? Because surely the tactics from Conte would have been Arsenal a different side when this guy's out. So you make sure you get on him. Yeah? Make sure you get on him. I am so surprised at how much time both him and Martin Odegaard had on the ball. Now, I said on Lee Judge's TV and I said on here that I think Martin Odegaard will be our most important player because we have a creative midfielder and Spurs don't. Now, Spurs don't play with a creative midfielder because they have enough creativity either side of Kane with Richarlison, Kulusevski and Son. But we really needed Martin Odegaard to turn up, and I thought he did today. I thought he was great. On the ball, so comfortable, so calm. I thought the confidence that everyone has to give him the ball, it makes things flow so much better. You don't really know with the unexpectancy whether he's going to go right or shimmy it left. I thought he was really good today, and him and Partey, along with Granit Xhaka, deserve a lot of credit. Great goal from Granit Xhaka, even better goal from Thomas Partey, who's finally found his shooting boots, it seems. I did not want that one hitting a Twickenham, a try, or a conversion, or either a clock end special, which I call it. But what a goal, by the way. Absolutely amazing. The curve on that ball is fantastic. And then we come to our front three. Bukayo Saka deserves a lot of credit. Gabriel Jesus deserves what I believe is now a typical performance. Tenacity, an absolute menace, never say die attitude. The passion, hunger, and desire to win every ball and every duel is just superb. And I saw a stat yesterday that said that although Kane and Son are scoring goals still, Gabriel Jesus is not only scoring goals, he's not only assisting more goals, but what he's also doing is winning 3 times as many duels as Harry Kane or Son. This guy does not stop running. Harry Kane don't run. Harry Kane is up there and he causes a nuisance. Son runs, but at the moment he's out of form. What I love about Gabriel Jesus is that he does everything. And I don't know whether he's supposed to be playing on the right, left, number 10, number 9, attacking 8. Hell, he was back at right back, left back, and number 6 at some stages in this game. This guy is an absolute weapon. And I think he has taken us to that next level. And do you know who he has actually raised the game? The last player I'm going to mention, Martinelli. Everything that Martinelli did today was really interesting and exciting. And why? Because when he gets the football and he's not rash and he is composed, I know something's going to happen and it's going to be towards the goal from that left-hand side. Normally it's going to cut in from his right, but he does sometimes overlap and he can put in a cross. I liked everything about his game. I think he's stronger. I think he's got better link-up play now because Jesus is there. I think we're definitely seeing him beat most of the opposition's defenders. I'm a huge fan of what I'm seeing of this kid, man. And I think when we look at what he is doing at the moment, for me, our left-hand side has been brilliant this season. Whether it's Tierney or Zinchenko, Granit Xhaka, Martinelli, Jesus, definitely for me, the left-hand side is fire. The right-hand side at the moment, Ben White and Saka deserve credit, and Ødegaard gets into that side at the moment in terms of the right-hand side and causes problems. But Jesus, for me, definitely has improved our left-hand side, and Martinelli is absolutely thriving on that for me. So let's see what happens. As Martin says, I'm not getting too carried away. Don't forget, we haven't played anyone yet. Love it. Absolutely love it, Martin. We haven't played anybody yet. I said it in my fan cam. I said we still need to play a big side, and of course everyone's now laughing because Man United beat us. But they're not a big side for me, man. Not this side, not this season. They're not a big side. The way that they're playing for me, they're just trying to get back from getting battered at Brentford and losing their first game against Brighton. For me, I think Arsenal are the best footballing side in the league at the moment. And that's where I want to big up Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is a manager that I have absolutely no faith in, that I had complete concerns with, and that I'm now starting to understand in terms of a style of play. Let me take you through those 3. I had no faith in him whatsoever because of the times that he's let us down with the mistakes that he's made. I had absolutely no zero faith in him to start with because of those stupid games we were losing at home back in 2019-20 when we were just absolutely awful at times. And then last season and the season where we lost out the Europa League to Unai Emery's Villarreal side, I was pretty much done. Yeah, I was pretty much done. And let me get this guy out of the chat who's clearly having some problems. He's gone. There is, for me, a time and a place to hold your hands up and say, now that we're nearly, 9, 10 games in, almost, you're nearly a quarter of the way through the season. He deserves credit. Whether he's going to sustain it, whether he's going to get top 4, whether he's going to put us in a title challenge, whether he's going to win us the Europa League, credit where credit is due. Just like me holding my hands up to Granit Xhaka, I have to hold my hands up to say that Mikel Arteta has done a fantastic job this season. He's got this team that he wants now. These 11 players playing with a style which is attractive. It's great to watch. We're scoring goals again. We're really resolute at the back. We've got great discipline. There's a department of defending now that we seem to be defending as a unit for the first time, in my opinion, really properly since either the Invincible days or the days of George Graham. There's a lot of enthusiasm, but there's a lot of encouragement and there's a lot of confidence that I have with this side at the moment. Now, I still have concerns that our squad depth is not good enough. I don't care about that at the moment, though, because right now I can only judge us on how we're performing. And this 11 is definitely, whether you love Arteta, hate Arteta, think Kroenke's great, think Edu's good, love the team, hate the team, this team is buzzing off of Mikel Arteta. And we have to say, fair play to you. Fair play to you. 8 games in, 30 games to go. Too many games to go, right? Too long to say that we're ready to win the title. Too long to say that we are there, we've done it, the project's gone bang. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just suggesting that in the first 8 games, I've seen something which I did not think I'd see, and that's progress. Yeah, not process, progress. I need to see us progress, and I think that is what we're getting right now. Whether you love, hate, or think it's still a long way to go, you're probably right, and I hold my judgment still. Right, I'm still reserved about a few things, but right now, what we're seeing against Brentford and Spurs, I've seen two of the best games I've seen in a long time from this Arsenal side, and certainly under Mikel Arteta, I haven't seen us play like that. So he's getting something right. Whether you think it's luck, whether you think it's progress, whether you think he's there long enough now, whether you think he's now got his players, we are seeing Mikel Arteta perform at Arsenal for the first time, in my opinion, for 2.5 years. Forget the FA Cup, that was Unai Emery's side. Forget going out the Europa Leagues, he had a bad day. Forget going out to Brighton's and all that. Right now, let's talk about right now. Where are Arsenal right now? We're top of the league, 8 games in. We've played some hard teams, guys. A lot of people are saying it's not hard. Arsenal haven't had a hard game yet. That's why I say tongue in cheek, we haven't played anybody yet because it winds people up. They hate it. Crystal Palace away is difficult. Bournemouth are no mugs and they haven't lost in God knows how long at the moment and are sitting quite comfortably outside the relegation zone. Hard place to go. We beat them. Fulham, tough team to beat. Only reason Newcastle spanked them today was because they went down to 10 men. Nobody else has spanked them when they've had 11 men and no injuries. Hard team to beat. Beat them. Also, we go and beat Brentford, a team that battered Man United and have found a lot of teams hard to beat. And now we've just beaten Tottenham. So when you look at the Manchester United game, and I admit, hands up, we were naive in that one. I think personally, we need to see what this Arsenal side can do this month. And that's what will get people talking. We go and beat Liverpool next weekend. People will start to say in the media, can Arsenal win a title? Now, I don't want to hear that from anyone's voice. One, I don't think we can. And two, it puts pressure on us when people start talking about us winning titles. I'm happy at the moment with everyone hating on us. Oh, Arsenal over celebrate when they win. Oh, Arsenal getting carried away. Let us get carried away then. If that's what carried away is, trust me, I'm okay with it. Because I've seen Arsenal fans get carried away big time, and it's much worse than this. I personally feel like this October is going to be our biggest test. I agree with my mum. My mum's in. She says 8 games this month will be a test. Absolutely, it will. We're going to struggle this month just like everybody else is. But you know why I think we've got a little bit of an advantage over the others? Great, great substitutions today by Mikel Arteta. Why? Jesus, take him off. Zinchenko, Party, get them gone. Yeah, we've won the game, get them to rest. And do you know what? They can play one game a week. Because on Thursday, Eddie can play for Jesus. Lokonga can play for Party. Tierney can play for Zinchenko. Marquinhos can play. Vieira can play. Let's get these players in because let's be honest, we are going to be able to get through this group with those players. We might not be able to win the competition with them, but we're going to be able to afford to rest some of these players. So I need the Parties and Jesus's and these players to be playing one game a week still so that all of our squad depth that people keep saying we've got can play against the Europa League teams. That's what we need big time for me. So this October is going to be massive. We go into this Liverpool game at the weekend and obviously this European game now with a lot of confidence and momentum, more importantly. I was so impressed today. Conte absolutely gave up. Some would say got scared. Took everybody off. Game's lost. It's done. Let's save everyone. I think he was a little bit scared. I think he was a little bit shocked of Arsenal. I think he was worried that if I keep this side on and don't go as defensive with the 10 men that I've got now, this could be 4, 5, 6, or 7. Because the way we were pelting their goal at that time before he made those changes suggested that, yeah, maybe Doherty and Davidson Sanchez did need to come in. So I'm really impressed. I'm really, really impressed. And I can't say anything more than that at the moment. I'm not getting carried away by saying we're going to win a title. I still don't think that we'll beat Man City to a title. I'm not even convinced yet that we're second best in the league still, because a lot can change. But what I'm seeing right now is unbelievable football. Not just attractive football, but real impressive um, football that will make teams jealous is the word I'm looking for. I think people look at us right now and think Arsenal are good. Arsenal are good to watch. Like they really are. And that's the biggest compliment in football when you're winning games and playing well. Compare that to some of the other sides we played today. Tottenham, some of the players they've got. I think we're there or thereabouts in terms of being better than them now by player. I don't think we're miles ahead. And a few seasons ago, more Tottenham players would have got in Arsenal's side. Let's be real. Now, you might put Kane and Son in. You might look at Kulusevski and think he's a good player. You might look at Richarlison as dangerous. You think Basumo, by the way, still can't get in the side, might be a good player. But I think when you look at Arsenal's team at the moment, I think we're a lot better. And long may it continue, because I'm absolutely loving seeing this at the moment. Let's take a couple of your questions. Warren says, hi, Dan, are you confident we're going to beat Liverpool? Playing like that? Yes, I am. Liverpool struggling this season, Warren, big time. And they struggled again today against Brighton. And I think if we play like that, I do think we'll take 3 points. I really do. Now, I said that the game would be 1-1. And the reason I'm going to change my mind on that is because now that Liverpool have their players back, I felt that maybe 1-1 would be a fair prediction. But I think the way we're playing and the way they're defending, I think we're going to cause them some problems. So I'm going to be going for an Arsenal win. Ivan Tonia says, Dan, too early to credit Arteta. Don't forget all the pain and suffering he caused us. If we had a proper bench, I think we'd be in a title race right now. That new alarm squad depth is a problem. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, bro. I really do. I'm not crediting him to the top and saying that he's the genius now and everyone needs to bow down. All I'm saying is credit where credit is due. He deserves that right now. Hendon Guna, still a long way to go. Enjoy this good run of form. Let's see where we are come November. I think you're right there, bro. I'm not getting too carried away. All I'm saying is that we're playing very well at the moment. And where we are in November will be key for me. Massively key. Because obviously we've got October as a huge, huge month. Guys, this has been a superb stream. Really, really impressed with the numbers that people have come and watched and listened. Really impressed with your comments. Really impressed with the performance of Arsenal Football Club today. And I do believe that it's going to give us momentum now and some confidence. And then starting to sort of change my mind and opinions of a man that I've questioned for 2.5 years. And some would say I've been out of order too. And I hold my hands up. I probably have in times. I've probably lost my head a bit too much and been angry at results. I think we all do that as football fans. But right now, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. And how could I not be? Why should I not be? Why should I not be enjoying Arsenal Football Club right now? Top of the table, 4 points clear of Spurs, 8 games done, 7 wins, 1 loss. I'm really happy. And long may it continue. Guys, we're going to be back with a lot of content this week. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss it. Why? Because on Tuesday night, Tobes is back on. Lawless is back on. With me, we've got Kaz, who's coming on for Man United because Dan's away in Ibiza. We've got Lewis, who's going to be happy about that last-minute goal to beat Palace. And we're going to discuss it. And if West Ham can get a result tonight, then trust me, I don't know what they're doing at the moment. Let's take a look. Don't even know what the score is right now. What are West Ham doing? West Ham are winning 1-0. Skamaka has scored, which means Lawless is going to be happy, means I'm going to be happy, and means Tobes is going to be very disappointed. So you do not want to miss this one. We'll be back, though, tomorrow. We'll be back Monday to do a little bit more roundup of what's going on with the worlds of Arsenal. And then the Tuesday night show, Race for Europe, will be back. Make sure you don't miss it, guys. Smash a like, smash a sub, And let's get me up to 6K as quickly as possible, people. You've been amazing so far. Absolutely brilliant to see in 3 months to get me up to 5.5. If you can get me to 6 soon, that would be amazing. Also, smash a like, smash a subscribe, and we are out of here. Up the Arsenal. Take care, guys.